Okay, yo. Emergency video. I'm sorry, I had to do this video right now. So in advance, I apologize for the background noise that you may hear. But I'm currently in Thailand right now. And I'm just walking out to get something to eat for myself before I head back over to my room. But man, I gotta do this video, man. I gotta pay tribute and pay homage to the GOAT, the absolute greatest of all time, objectively speaking, none other than the Hulkster himself, man. Hulk Hogan, rest in peace. Man, I thought he was gonna live a lot longer than that, because despite, him having his injuries and all that, he seemed like he was still in decent enough shape to where he could at least live into his mid 80s. I mean, he's only 71 or 72, they say. So man made it to his 70s. He did outlive a lot of the wrestlers he fought during his era. But I just wanted to come on here and I wanted to give the Hulkster his flowers. I mean, I've been giving him his flowers all this time, despite what people have said about him, and people are still upset about what he said on the internet and all this other nonsense. And at this point, people just need to get over it and just shut up, he's human. He made a mistake. I'm sure he was very sorry for it. So by now, people should forgive him for it, And plus, he said it in the privacy of his own home. So, I'm not trying to justify it, but at the same time, come on. I see a lot of dumb fucks on the internet saying, oh, how come WWE is acknowledging him and tributing him, but they didn't do the same thing for Chris Benoit? Bro, Hulk Hogan made a simple mistake and said a slur years ago that he already paid the consequences for. He had already got stripped of his Hall of Fame ring and all that stuff. So WWE did reprimand him, but eventually, he amended everything. The other guy, on the other hand, murdered his family, bro. Killed his wife and son. Sorry, I'm just paying for these drinks real quick. Oh, can I get a bag too, sir? Yeah, Casual Q making a video. We outside in Thailand. So yeah, no basement here, assholes. But anyway, I think people just need to, also too, another thing, this right here is a reminder too that life is short, bro. So don't forget to reach out to your loved ones, man, and tell them that you love them. Don't forget to, call your family members, call your close friends, call the people that you care for, and just tell them, check on them, see how they're doing, and just remind them that you care for them. Because you never know. Hulk Hogan looked like he was doing all right. He just had his beard come out and stuff, and I think it's just so fucked up that he comes out on Raw on Netflix and the fans boo him, and people are still pressed about this shit that happened so long ago, bro. Get over it. Get over it. Move on, bro. Everybody else has moved on from this shit. And quit trying to compare this shit to what Chris Benoit did. Chris Benoit murdered his fucking family, bro. And also, too, Chris Benoit ain't even in the same stratosphere as Hulk Hogan. Come on, bro. One dude carried the industry in the 80s and was the reason The reason behind wrestling becoming mainstream, another guy was a fucking mid-card jobber with no personality. Like Hulk Hogan was the biggest star in WWF, and then when he went to WCW, became the biggest star there. Bro, WWF literally ran shit in the 80s. And as soon as Hulk Hogan jumped ship to WCW, WCW was running shit. He damn near put the dude that created him, the dude that made him a big star, he damn near put him out of business. He almost put Vince out of business, bro. Hogan. The greatest babyface of all time, and I would argue one of the greatest heels of all time. But he wasn't a better heel than the Mr. McMahon character, so I would say he's like top 3. Maybe put him at number 2 behind Mr. McMahon. So, dude, Hulk Hogan did so much for the industry. And last but not least, one more thing. WrestleMania, bro. Y'all know WrestleMania was named after him, right? The biggest wrestling event ever is named after him. Bro, HulkaMania started running wild in 1984. They needed to make a huge event where he is in the main event, where he is the attraction, along with Mr. T. So, shout out to Howard Finkel, who gave Vince the idea to name it WrestleMania. Because obviously the main attraction of the show is HulkaMania, Hulk Hogan. And he was in the main event of like the first, 9 WrestleManias? Well, except for WrestleMania 4, where Macho Man won the belt from Ted DiBiase. That was the only WrestleMania he didn't main event. Like from the first 9 or 10, and I think number 10 he was already in WCW. So yeah. And for real, he should have main evented the WrestleMania where he came back and fought The Rock. I mean, technically, in my opinion, that was the main event. Even though it didn't close the show, that was the main event. So, bro, the biggest wrestling event ever was named after Hulk Hogan. That's GOAT shit right there. So, people who are trying to say he should be Benoit and all that, bro, shut up. Shut the fuck up. Chris Benoit wasn't nowhere on the level of fucking Hulk Hogan at all. Chris Benoit didn't draw a dime throughout his career. Chris Benoit was a world champion because the brand itself was the draw, not him. The WWE brand was the draw. And they just made him the champion because they already had Eddie as champion. So they decided to finally put him over because he put in his work and he paid his dues. Blah, 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 blah. Y'all niggas don't even remember the fucking Chris Benoit world title reign. Y'all can't even name the fucking opponents that he fought against when he was defending the fucking championship. You only remember how he lost it. Because how he lost it, he lost it to Randy Orton, who became the youngest world champion. That's the only reason why you remember how he lost it. Because the nigga he lost it to is the youngest motherfucker to win the title. So, get that bullshit up out of here. Hulk Hogan made wrestling relevant. Him and Vince McMahon, bro, both made wrestling what it is now. And wrestlers today should aspire to be someone like a Hulk Hogan. So what if he had only fucking 2 or 3 moves? Yeah, those 2 or 3 moves got the loudest pops ever. His understanding of the audience and his in-ring psychology. Bro, Hulk Hogan is fucking awesome, bro. And if you don't think so, go back and watch one of the greatest wrestling matches of all time. WrestleMania 18, where he fought The Rock. That match was a 5-star match, despite what the fucking dumbasses on the internet say. That match had everything. And to show you how good Hulk Hogan is, he was the heel going into that match, and he still got cheered. Think about this, bro. The feud that he had with The Rock. This man then hit him in the back of the head with a ballpoint hammer. Then drove a goddamn 18-wheeler across the ambulance and ran The Rock over while he was supposedly in that truck. Like, dude tried to literally fucking end The Rock's life. Some real heel shit. And them going into that match, Hulk Hogan did everything he could to try to get heat as a heel. He still got cheered. They cheered for him like he was the babyface and turned on The Rock. That's how good of a babyface Hulk Hogan is, that they'll turn on the biggest babyface at the time for him. He's such a good babyface that Shawn Michaels was able to be a heel when he had that feud with Shawn Michaels. Because you know, if Shawn Michaels were during that era, ruthless aggression era, you know, if Shawn Michaels would have been a heel, whoever he would have fought, niggas would have just cheered for Shawn Michaels. Because Shawn Michaels is a cool heel. So whether it had been babyface Randy Orton or babyface John Cena against the heel Shawn Michaels, niggas is 100% cheering for heel Shawn Michaels, bro. He could be babyface. The only person who could actually get the crowd to turn against him through a feud is Hulk Hogan. People actually booed Shawn Michaels because he was feuding with Hogan. He was able to be an actual heel and get booed and get heat. Bruh, nobody is a bigger babyface than Hulk Hogan. John Cena, you could throw him in there as like number 2, but there's no bigger babyface than Hulk Hogan. That's why he has the most iconic heel turn of all time. Because, and that too, the most iconic heel turn ever. Dude was such a babyface and such a role model, an actual role model, not these fucking wrestlers who call themselves role models. Bailey. A dude who was actually a role model, who kids actually looked up to. People actually ate their vitamins and said their prayers. Niggas was going to the gym because they wanted to fucking have the 24-inch pythons like Hulk Hogan, bro. Fuck out of here. Niggas was in the mirror fucking flexing and putting their hands over their ear and all that shit, bro. You got me fucked up. Niggas wanted to be like Hulk Hogan, bro. I don't care what nobody say. Call it bullshit what it is. Say, oh yeah, he was a politician and blah, 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 blah. Who in the motherfucking 80s was going to be a bigger draw than Hulk Hogan? Who? The only people who you could argue was up there is Macho Man, Ultimate Warrior. Maybe you can throw Piper in there. But guess what? All them niggas got pushes anyway. Macho Man was a champion. Ultimate Warrior was a champion. The only person who didn't win the belt was Roddy Piper. But besides that, bro, who was a bigger draw? Who's going to be a bigger star? Who? Dusty Rhodes? Fat ass Dusty Rhodes? What? Him become the fucking WWF champion while Hulk Hogan is still there? While Hulk Hogan is drawing fucking 30-something million people on network television? Without social media? Without YouTube and none of this shit? None of these other metrics to try to inflate the ratings? When all you have was TV? All you had was pay-per-view? To actually see the numbers? Nobody was pulling in Hulk Hogan numbers, bro. And this nigga was doing this shit in the 80s. When you only had one medium to fucking watch him. Bro, today's wrestling, you can watch this shit on Peacock, Netflix, YouTube, Ustream. You can fucking stream it. You can watch it in a million different ways, and less people are watching it than when Hogan was there. You have all these fucking outlets and all these mediums where you can actually get access to watching wrestling, but way less people are fucking watching it. Fuck out of here. Niggas ain't on Hulk Hogan level. Put some fucking respect on my GOAT, bruh. Fuck out of here. And he's your GOAT, too. He's the objective GOAT. I mean, everybody has their personal favorites, but if we have to be objectively speaking, there is no professional wrestler on the planet that is greater than Terry Bollea, a.k.a. Hope motherfucking Hogan. All right. I'm still outside out here in Thailand making this goddamn video. These people looking at me crazy as hell. But I had to make this video. Anyway, I'm out. Y'all have fun, love life, love yourselves. Peace.